Welcome back to the Prairie Shepherd. My name is Ben. I'm here with Grim. What we're talking about today is the game of hide and go seek and going into detail with that. Now, there's two games that go along with that. There's hide and go seek and there's follow the leader. I like both of those games, but there's a big difference. When we're playing follow the leader, it's best to have obstacles around, but you don't always have to. Follow the leader is basically, it's getting your dog to follow you and you being the leader. I know, crazy, right? So simple, but that's what it is. It's off leash walking. And now we can do both of those things. We can do hide and go seek and we can do follow the leader games. Now, when we're doing follow the leader games, we're getting our dog to follow us. When we're playing hide and go seek games, we're disappearing on our dog, so our dog has to come find us, right? So the difference is having a place to hide. Out here, we're in an open field. There's not a lot of places to hide, but what we can do is we can let our dog be distracted, off on his own, doing whatever he wants, whatever he feels like, and then we can disappear from our dog, and then he'll have to find us. Now, Grim is playing around. He's not really getting into too much trouble. And if you've been following me so far and you follow my videos, then by now you should have a dog, if you were dedicated to the training, that is not just gonna take off from you and disappear and you won't find that dog again, right? There's a certain way that we do off leash walking. The dog's not unmonitored, but what we don't do is we don't helicopter the dog. We don't worry about every single thing that it does, because the point where we're trying to get to is to have a dog that can make good decisions on his own. Right now, he's just chilling. Looks like he found a little soccer ball or something. So we're gonna start off first showing follow the leader games. And we're just gonna do that. We're gonna walk and you'll notice what Grim does. And this is probably what your dog will do, depending on his temperament and personality. So we're gonna see what he does. Immediately he moves and goes off. Now, he's walking, he's thinking we're going in a different direction. We're just gonna turn and keep going. And he's back. Now, when he gets close to us, we're gonna do the same thing and we're just gonna take off and we're gonna keep moving. See if we can find him. Oh, there he goes. Notice how whenever I go into a different direction, he follows. And I'm not saying any commands. I'm not pressuring him to come to me. He just comes back. There he goes. And then we'll go towards the water. In his mind, if I'm moving, then we're going somewhere and it's his time to start going. And now he's back, just walk to the water. Notice I haven't had to say any commands. I haven't had to pressure my dog. I haven't had to tell him, I haven't had to use a certain type of tone of voice to get him to come. I just talked to you guys the whole time, did not give a command, and he simply just followed. He followed the leader because you are the leader and your dog should follow you. Now, if you never play with your dog and you and your dog don't ever go on any small puppy adventures or do anything like that, is he more likely to follow you? No. So there's a common thing that I see a lot of times, especially when I was younger. I didn't have a German Shepherd, I had pit bulls, and and everybody in the neighborhood used to have pit bulls. And like almost every household that I seen that had a pit bull, as soon as you would open up the door, that dog would rush out the house and then take off running, and then it would run down the street, run all over the neighborhood until it got tired, and then you would finally be able to catch it. There's a reason why they do that. It's because they're not getting enough environmental exposure. It's like almost keeping the dog as a prisoner in your house and never letting it be able to do anything. That's what's gonna happen. Now, Grim, he's on the other side of his camera. He's just standing there. He's not going anywhere. He's interested to see what I'm going to do. Now, we're gonna play a game of hide and seek in this open field, not many places to hide. But if you're having a dog that's having trouble, he just takes off and he doesn't want to listen to you when you're coming to call him, the best thing that you can do is just hide from the dog and then make him look for you. He's going to want to look for you. You just have to spike his interest. Then you make noise from wherever you've taken off from. It's going to be hard to hide from Grim. So we might have to cut and go back into the yard and play a game of hide and seek. But I guarantee you these games, they work with creating a strong recall. This is the type of work that you do. So I'm gonna go to the playground area. We'll see if here at this park, if it turns into a game of follow the leader instead of a game of hide and go seek. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can sneak off without him noticing. He seems to be distracted. No, he's back. He's pretty smart when it comes to knowing when I'm moving, because when we're inside a forest and things like that, sometimes I'll let him disappear. I'll let him go off and I'll disappear behind a tree, and then he'll stop and be like, he did it again, and then you have to come look for me. But right now he's running out to the field. He's walking off. I think he's found something over there. So I'm gonna let him walk and kind of be distracted, see if I can hide from him, see if he can come and find me. Nah, he's back. It's just a game of follow the leader. He doesn't even want to leave my side at all, and he's a grown dog. Yep. He knows we're gonna play some sort of game. Okay, here's my chance. He's turned. Let me see if I can get away from him. Nope. We're back to playing follow the leader, which isn't a bad thing. That's exactly what we want. We don't want to be able to disappear on our dog without him noticing that we've taken that turn and left his side. Okay, so now he's down at the river. It's our perfect opportunity. Let's see if I can get behind this tree, because he's taking off. And he's minding his own business, probably went to go get a drink. So let's see, I'm behind this tree. Brim's gone. We'll see if he can find me and how long it takes. Oh, there he goes. See, perfect game of follow the leader, going into when he gets distracted, switching over into that hide and go seek, him searching and finding me out, trying to figure out where I'm at. And now he's back here. Good job. Come here, boy. Hop up. So what you want to do is you want to practice these games as much as possible. This is going to get rid of that exploration and abandoning you and just taking off inside of a forest without any type of approval or any type of you telling him, that he can't go or where he can go. He's just making decisions on his own in an improper way. We want him to do it in a safe way and an appropriate way. And this is a good way. These two games, hide and go seek and follow the leader, is the perfect way to get your dog to keep you in mind as it's playing. You don't have to be the most important thing in the dog's world. You don't have to be the one that the dog pays attention to 24/7, but the dog has to keep you in mind. And if you play these games, it's just going to reinforce that recall. It's going to reinforce, him walking beside you and doing all those things. And he's a good boy. Look at him. He knows exactly what he's supposed to do. He knows how he's supposed to behave out in the environment. He's not going to get into too much trouble. Of course, you have to use your discernment on where you play these games. If it's a highly populated area, I would not let your dog off the leash. Find some places that are more secluded. Change up the time of day that you're doing these things. Maybe in the morning times is some of the best times when it's cold out. There's not a lot of people out. The times that there's not going to be a lot of people out. These are the best times to practice and play these games. And you can achieve high levels of functioning with your dog. This has been from the Prairie Shepherd. This is Grim, and we're out. Peace.